today's video is going to be a Q&A. I am super excited to be filming this because I've been planning the Q&A for about a year now, and I'm finally getting the chance to film one. So a couple days ago, I went on my Instagram and I asked you guys for some questions, and I got so many great questions, so I'm super excited to answer them for you. So my first question is pretty simple. It's, how old are you? And I am 18. I'll be 19 in January. My second question is, do you have any siblings? And the answer is yes. I have 2 twin brothers. They are 16. Do you wear extensions? Yes, I wear extensions. The ones I have are from Lexi, and they're the Dirty Blonde 18. I don't have them in right now, so you can kind of see my hair. It's pretty long. It's the same length as the extensions now. That used to be a little bit shorter, but now it's grown. So my next question is, are you going to school? And the answer is yes. I just started my second year of university, and I am in the business program. Yeah, I haven't really picked my major yet, so right now I'm just taking all the basic courses, and then hopefully next year I'll be able to decide. I'm hoping to do a study abroad program. How do you come up with new styles consistently, and how do you have time to do them every day on top of school? So I don't braid every day. Sometimes I will do a day where I just do a couple braids and I'll have them ready for the week if I know I'm going to be busy. But obviously it's not always possible that I can do every day. Usually you can tell if I've done it on that day, and I'll say I did this on myself today, and that's how you know when I need to come up with new styles. A bunch in a day. I'll usually try to pre-plan what I'm going to do so I have an idea. So I just like to go through my Instagram feed and like find different accounts that I follow. So some of my favorites are Braids, Missy Sue blog, Confessions of a Hairstylist, Love is Up-To's, Hair and Makeup by Steph. There's lots more. Or sometimes I'll even scroll through my own account and go back and look at braids that I liked in the past, and I'll be like, oh, how can I change this into something new, and like how can I incorporate, like I really like this style, how can I incorporate it into a new braid? How do you have time to look for different places to take your pictures? So when I go out and take a picture, it's usually I have a couple spots that I like to go to that have a bunch of variety of spots. So depending on the light, there's different spots depending on what time of day it is. Even when I'm just driving around not going to take hair pictures, I'm always looking for spots. What do you do when you're not braiding, and what kind of hobbies do you have? So when I'm not braiding, I am usually at school or work. I work at a grocery store. It's not super exciting. I used to dance. If I could still dance now, I definitely would, but with school, it's a little too much. Last year, when I was still my first year, I did tap, which I was really happy with. But this year, I don't have the time, and I'm really sad, and I wish I could do it. I still tap around the house all the time though. Like, if I have a song stuck in my head, I will tap it with my feet and not sing, because I cannot sing. Even though I'm not taking a class anymore, it's still something that I do like all the time. Nothing like choreographed or anything, I just kind of go with it. What's your favorite TV shows? So I have a couple. There's Grey's Anatomy is probably number 1. When I braid, that's what I do. I watch Grey's Anatomy or Friends, depending on what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Yeah, so Grey's Anatomy, Friends, Once Upon a Time, Gilmore Girls. I'm so excited for the new season that they're coming out with soon. I'm so excited. What's your favorite day of the week? And my answer to that is Fridays, because I have my course schedule planned out, so I don't have classes on Fridays, and I don't work on Fridays, so I can just do braids and film and edit, and it's like the best day. Today's Friday. What is your favorite hairstyle? So this is a hard question because I have so many that I'm like, oh, I don't know which one it is, and I think I'm gonna go with fishtail because does that count as a hairstyle? I'm gonna go with yes, and just because there's so many different things you can do with a fishtail. Like, you can do it down the side, you can do it like everywhere, you can do Dutch fishtails. I love Dutch fishtails, and actually French fishtails. I just love fishtails. Who is your favorite model to braid on? You're looking at her? Just kidding. I do most of my styles on myself, so I have to say, I can't say it's me because that sounds bad, but I bet you guys can guess who asked this question. I can't pick one of my friends or cousins. Like, I can't do it. They're all the best. Do you ever wish you had a different hair texture or color? Yes. I wouldn't say all the time, like I like my hair, but sometimes I just wish I could like change it up. Like if I could have like a wig that I could put on like every day and just like change it up, that would be so cool. But obviously that's not possible. What is the most challenging hairstyle or braid for you to do? And what braid was the hardest to master? So for me, I struggle with updos on myself. I absolutely love like bridal updos. I think they are so pretty. And that's what I personally want to improve in. For some reason, I've always struggled with French braids, and I'm not really sure why, because you'd think like French braids are the most basic pretty much, and like how do you not do that like really well? Next question is, if you could travel anywhere right now, where would you go? I'd love to go to the Netherlands. That's been like high on my list for a really long time. What is your go-to everyday hairstyle? This is it. I don't know if this really counts as like, I mean it's a hairstyle, but a lot of times if I know I'm going to be doing a braid in a day, I will, does this count as an everyday hairstyle now? I'll just curl my hair so that it's prepped so I can get home and just braid. But if I want to do like an actual like braided style for school or something like that, I love Dutch fishtails, so I'll usually do like just like a Dutch fishtail from the front here. Or if I have like my hair is the natural texture and doesn't look very good and I want it all up, I will do either like some sort of Dutch braid into a side bun or down in the back. What is your favorite style you've ever done? So this is probably the hardest question I have to answer because I've done so many styles. I literally talked for about 10 minutes trying to decide between a couple of hairstyles, so here's the one I like best. So I got asked this question so many times, so how long have you been doing hair? How did you get into it and where did you learn? So they kind of all went together, but so I've been doing hair since as long as I can remember. I never really just decided one day, oh, I want to get better at braiding. I've just always done it. It was my mom that taught me how to braid. She would always braid my hair when I was younger. I remember my first Dutch braid that I did, it was on a My Little Pony. I was probably like 7, and I was like, Mom, how do you French braid? And she told me how to Dutch braid. And that's one of my big like pet peeves, is when people mix up a Dutch and French braid, and it's kind of weird, but French braid goes over, Dutch braid goes under. So I thought I was doing a French braid. I was actually doing a Dutch braid, I remember, and I was so proud. When and why did you start Braids by Jordan? So I don't know why I started Braids by Jordan. I don't remember. I remember starting it. I started it on June 19th, 2014. I was lying on my bed. I remember making the account. I remember doing it, but I don't remember what was going through my mind while I made it. I kind of had an inspiration that I followed on Instagram. They don't post on Instagram anymore, and it's really sad. I think their name was Love for Fishtails, and I followed them and I was like, hey, I can do that. But I don't remember like actually deciding to do it. I just made an account. I know it's not a very exciting story. The first summer that I had my account, I would mostly just do styles on my cousins and my friends. But then I ran out of pictures and I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? So I started doing hairstyles on myself, and they were pretty basic when I started out. It would be like braids on the side. And that kind of answers another question, how long did it take you to get used to braiding on your own hair? So I would say about a year was when I started like being able to do styles that looked good at not every angle, but most angles. A lot of the styles that I did when I was first starting out doing hair on myself only looked good at the angle that the picture was taken at. So I love this question. Why do you love to braid and what inspires you to braid? So for me, braiding is like, it relaxes me most of the time. If the style isn't working, it's not quite as relaxing, but just like braiding itself, like that's honestly how like I improved braiding, was just because I find it so calming, so relaxing. Before I started my account, I wouldn't necessarily braid every day, but I would always just be like, braiding. Now like I do actual styles, so having the account like inspires me to try new things and like push myself, I guess. So my next question and my last question is, cats or dogs? And the answer is dogs. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? No, this is my puppy. His name is Deeper. So that is all the answers I have for your questions today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you learned something new about me. If I missed your question, make sure to leave me a comment and I'll be sure to go back and answer them all. So I'll see you guys next week with another hair tutorial. Bye! If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That's a great thumbs up there. My next question is, how do you come up with new styles consistently, and how do you I should probably read the question, not just make it up on the spot. Oh, my mom is calling. Hi.
How's it going?
I'm just filming my Q&A.
Pardon me?
I'm just filming my Q&A.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, you aren't doing a video today, are you?
The Q&A.